guys, I'm back with another deck profile. As if you guys did watch my first video on Nordics, I did mention that I used to play competitively, and so when I play competitively, I still like to stay original and also still like to stay within themes. So I made a Fiend deck, which was pretty competitive amongst other decks. It's won its fair shares, but maybe not against the first tiers deck. But overall, it's a really, I guess it's a decent competitive deck that is original. There's probably none like it, so I'm just going to go ahead and go through the deck and show replay afterwards, as usual. So 2 Dark Hunters, 2 Dark Gearoids, 2 Dark Necrofear, 2 Neosphere, 1 of him, 1 Gainer, 1 Elite Attack Force, 2 Goblin Kings, of course, Agors, 2 Gravitic Orbs, 2 Garzets, 3 Mystic Tomatoes, 1 of him, and a Plague Zombie, as well as 2 Wall of Illusions. For spells, obviously, in the Lore of Darkness, since it is Fiend, they're all darks. Trunade, Dark Sarcophagus, 2 MST. For traps, 2 Bottomless, 2 Deep Prisons, pretty staple. Magic Cylinder, Magic Drain, Mirror Force, 2 Royal Decrees, and a Trap Jabber. So I'm going to start with these guys first. Your Mystic Tomatoes, pretty much the search engines of your deck. And a lot of this deck, or some of the guys' effects require your graveyard being filled with monsters, such as Dark Hunter, which pretty much relies on how many dark monsters you have in your graveyard. So again, by the time you have him onto the field, it's pretty much a 2000 attack meter. And when you do have 5 cards, sorry, not 5 cards, 5 dark monsters in your graveyard, hopefully you'll be running your opponent and he'll have face-down monsters, and with his effect, you'll be able to just wipe them all out. 2 Dark Gearoids. This guy is really nice to use in combination with Mystic Tomato if they have perhaps a high level, or not high level, high attack synchro, or just a high level monster out with a high attack. If once your Mystic Tomato is destroyed, just play him out, and that's already 800 attack down. And if you have no land in your hand, that's even better. Just play him on your following turn, and that's already 1600 attack down on his guy. Necrofear, again, you'll kind of be having a lot of dark monsters out in your graveyard. Probably no more than 5, but pretty much every game you have at least 3, and it's a really nice monster to just special summon, as well as has a nice effect. Neosphere, I really like this card a lot, just because it's a 4000 attack, and he does have a nice effect. When one of your fiends is targeted from attack, you can just tribute that targeted monster, as well as discard a fiend from your hand, and just play him out. And he also has a nice effect. If you do with Royal Decree, like if you have a Royal Decree out, but you kind of want a trap to play on like perhaps your opponent's turn, just use the effect to call back your Royal Decree and you're all good. Your Emissary can be special summoned with 1 tribute, it just turns into a level 5. But what I like about him, he's a tuner, which kind of throws it's just kind of odd having level like 5 tuner, level 7 tuner. But he does come into play, and he's pretty much the only tuner of the deck besides your Plague Zombie. But again, it's just easy to get a high level synchro out. Your Gainer, only need to run 1, and he has a really nice effect of just distributing him to have another monster attack twice, which works really well if you have a Neosphere out. It can easily become a OTK. Your Goblin Elite Attack Force is just basically there for a 2200 meter. Your Goblin King, you kind of get a lot of fiends out onto the field, so he has a nice effect while multiplicity of 1000 attack points for every fiend monster out, as well as he can't be attacked if there's another fiend monster out. Gores, he's pretty much a staple. Gravitic Orb, I really like this card a lot, and it turned around a lot of duels synchros just because they have high level synchros that kind of on like the end of the stick. I can just put in defense mode, and because the fact that generally high level monsters with high attack, their defense are lower and not as high. So once he's attacked, it just flips all their monsters, and basically I can just take back the game. Garzit, just reading his effect, you know, you only need 2 of him. Easily become an OTK if you tribute summon him from Neosphere. That's 8,000 attack. Only downfall is that his defense remains at 0. Again, Mystic Tomato is their search engine. Knight Assailant is kind of just in there. It helps a lot with like some high level synchros or monsters that you can't get over, excluding Stardust. Plague Zombie, that's just for basically your synchros. Wall of Illusion, this card is really nice. Also, just because of its effect, I think Wall of Illusion should be used more. Just because if he's in defense, there's a lot of monsters in other decks. Their 4-level monsters don't really have attacks higher than 1800. 1850. They're usually 1800 or less. Rarely do you find them 1900 or higher. As well as its attack is lower than 1500. So if there is a synchro out, put him out, and then basically if the synchro attacks to get your life points, they'll just return to the extra deck, and I mean you basically got rid of the synchro. Lord of Darkness is a staple. Giant Trinade as well, and Dynasty. For Gold Sarcophagus, I usually only, if I'm playing this card, it's only usually to search out your Royal Decree to stop your opponent's bottomless or deep prisons when I'm attacking, or to get out Garzit or Neosphere. That'd be pretty much the only reason why I'm using this card. Bottomless and your deep prisons are just to slow down your opponent. Your Magic Cylinder, again, as I said earlier, it gives me the extra push that I need to end the game, and it's not really expected. Your Magic Drain, I think this card should be used more, besides like Dark Bribe. This only affects spells, and it doesn't negate the spell completely if they do discard the spell card, but at the same time it's a win-win situation because you're depleting their resources of spells. Again, Mirror Force, pretty much a staple. Royal Decree, I do have, I guess, quite a few traps, but mostly Royal Decree is to counteract against your opponent's Mirror Force or the Magic Cylinder if they do running it, or Deep Prison, which is primarily it. But again, if you find that you're stuck with Royal Decree out, but you want to play like one of these cards out, if you're worried that they're going to take out a synchro, but you have this card out, with his effect, you just get back Royal Decree. Trap Charmer, you can use Dark Bribe instead of Trap Charmer, but I guess for this deck I just prefer Trap Charmer. Alright, so this is replay of my Fiend Town deck running against my D-Town, which is basically the Dragon deck that I used to also play competitively with. I used to switch off between them two. have to say I was pretty fortunate that I used to that computer had bad draws when able to draw the red dice, just to start swarming the field of dragons. But again, here's the effect that was able to give me the win. So thankfully I had a Stardust to counteract the Mirror Force. Through Gator's effect, my Necrophore could attack twice. And through that, I was able to end the game. So again, this deck, it is competitive and it is original, being it's just primarily a Fiend deck. So I had a lot of fun with it. I suggest you try it out. And thank you for watching. Stay tuned for my next deck profiles.